Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my reading journal, like flip through, I guess. I'm gonna kind of just show you guys what I have in my reading journal. I don't know why I've never done this before. We are at the end of June when I'm filming this, and I've been doing this. I've been reading since January. I've had the reading journal put together probably since February or March, I want to say. So it's been months since I've had this all put together. I mean, it's still not like done. I'm still adding stuff to it every day, but I'm just gonna take you guys through and show you what I've got. So let's get started. Okay, so I hope that this angle is okay. Unfortunately, I don't think I can go any closer to this, so we're gonna just get started. So I was originally gonna do like the cover page type of thing where it said like something along the lines of like 2024 reading journal or something along those lines, but I never got around to it. So then I have a table of contents. So it kind of just goes through all the different like sections that I have in here, and then I have a cute little sticker here, which when I'm saying stickers, what I'm talking about is this like printer paper that's stickers. It's like a sticker sheet. I'll go and grab the actual pack that I use at the end of this video and show you, but I put it in my printer, make I pick out all the things that I want, whether it be my little book covers here. That's what it's all like, the sticker paper. So the back of this, when I rip it off, it's a sticker. And I've just done little like things like this. I've got calendars, I've got months, some other stickers. So all of that is they're like I made them into stickers type of thing. Okay, I totally forgot to include this. This is the paper that I use to make my stickers. It's a matte white sticker paper. It's literally just, if I can get it out of the packaging, just plain white paper, and then the back is like where you peel off to get to the sticker portion, but you just put it in your printer. And I use Google Docs to like line up all the different book covers or stickers that I want or whatever, and then I print it out on this paper, and voila, I've got a sticker. If you guys are interested in seeing the actual like step-by-step process on how I do that, let me know down below and I can definitely do that for you. Otherwise I'm not going to, because if no one really is interested, then I don't see a point in doing it. So that's the paper that I use if you are interested in, and you can use this to make literally any kind of sticker you want. Like as you can see here, like they've made all sorts of different stickers. I use mine to make book stickers, book covers, stickers, but you could use it on literally anything. Like I could make Disney stickers out of this if I wanted to. Oh, and it does say up here too that it works with cutting machines. Not sure if that's helpful. Here's some more information on, I don't know. It does come with 15 sticker sheets in a pack. But yeah, that's what I use. So this says, a little reading is all the therapy a person needs sometimes. That's what this one says here. And then, so we've got my rating system, books of 2024, which are just the books that I've read in 2024. 24 books in 2024, TBR, book series, favorite books of the month, and monthly spreads. So when we flip it, obviously, like I said, I've got my rating system here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I kind of did my rating system kind of, I mean, obviously I just bumped the camera. I'm so sorry. Kind of how, like, what I wanted it to be, but also I was looking at other booktubers, reading journal videos, things like that to get an idea of what they should be. So for my 5-star, I did absolutely love Can't Stop Thinking About. So basically it's just like a book that I find absolutely incredible. I like don't want to put it down, can't stop thinking about it when I'm reading it, but also like I guess afterwards too. Like it's a book where after I've finished it, I continuously am thinking about it even on to the next book. So that's kind of where I'm at with a 5-star. 4-star is I really enjoyed, would recommend. Pretty self-explanatory there, I think. 3 stars is a little bit of a step down. Like I liked it. It was enjoyable to read. I would probably still recommend it. 2-star is kind of, I don't see a 2-star as being like terrible with my rating system, because I mean it was okay, didn't really enjoy it, but I didn't hate it either. So like it's kind of like it could be better, but it also could be worse, I guess. And then 1-star, didn't like at all, would not recommend. And then this is the first page of Books of 2024, which like I said are the books that I've read in 2024 thus far. So I numbered them 1 through this page. It fits 25 books on a page. So this is 1 through 25. I put the title, the author, and then my rating. So this whole first page is completely filled up. And then it continues into this 2-page spread. I didn't go any further than 75 books because I don't have a reading goal for this year, since I'm just getting back into reading this year. So I don't have any specific goal in mind, but I also don't foresee myself passing 75 books. I don't even know if I would get to 75. So I didn't go any higher than that. So currently I've only read 28 books and I'm filming this on June 30th. However, I am reading It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey currently, so when this is all finished, it will be 29. But I don't write them in here until I have finished the book. So most of these, okay, so 28, so 22 out of the 28 are physical books. 6 of them are ebooks. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, books are books, but that's that. And I just now realized that this is all colorful here, and I didn't you know why I didn't transform, or I didn't, like, continue it onto this page, is because when I did this, I was still only on this page. So, you know what? Let's just do it right now. You can have a little live action with me. So I've got my cup of highlighters, which I recently just bought all of these Sharpie ones. There's so many different colors, the bright colors and stuff. So, but I used these Bic ones for this. So here's the green, the blue, the purple, the pink, and the orange. So the numbers are the green. Let's see, can you see that? already 9 minutes in and I'm only on the second page. Okay, moving on. My 24 books in 2024. So this spread is basically 24 books that I would like to not literally focus on, but I want to get to them, and like I want to be able to read them. Like I want to read these books in 2024 is basically what the 24 books is. So as you can see what they all are, and then once I've read a book, I didn't really think about this when I set it all up like this, but so what I ended up doing is, as you can see here at the bottom, there's like highlighter marks underneath them. So when I've read a book, I'll put a little highlight mark underneath the cover to show that I've read it. So far I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books out of the 24. So I'm hoping to get to a lot of these in the next probably 2 months. I'm hoping maybe like August and September, maybe, we'll see. So on to the TBR, which stands for to be read, if you did not know that. So I have quite a few pages of the TBR. Again, I did the same thing. I numbered them, I put the title, the author, and then I did the number of pages, like so how many pages are in the book. I have a couple here that are crossed off that this one I changed my mind on, this one I DNF'd. Obviously the highlighted ones are ones that I have read. So this first section here goes up to 150. Again, oh, I skipped a page. So yeah, 25 per page. So you can see a bunch of highlight marks over here. And it goes up to 150, but then I continue it later on towards the end of the book because I ran out of space and obviously added more books. So next up we've got book series. So I kind of just did some boxes, and so the top will be the title of the series and then the books that are in that series, and then they get highlighted once they are read. So I do have a couple here that are not highlighted at all, but I know that these are series that I want to read. This one actually I have read at least 5 of the books. I just don't remember where I left off exactly. So I will be rereading this series. And then obviously over here I've got Twisted Tales, got quite a few I have read. This is the Improbable Meet Cute. This was the ebooks that I was talking about. So I read all 6 of them because they're like really short stories, like 100 pages or less. So they were really easy to read. And then this continues on the next page. A lot of blank spaces to fill in as needed. And then this is also saved for a book series, which I'm not actually sure at this point that I need that many pages, but it is what it is. So this page is really blank. And then we have favorite books of the month. So basically each month after I've read whatever books are chosen for that month, I go in and pick whatever one was my favorite and kind of showcase it here. So I've only got through May done because June technically isn't over yet. I'm filming this on the last day of June, but I already know what book I'm going to be putting in here. I just don't have the book cover printed out. So I will have to get to that at some point here soon. But once I do have that, that will go right here. And then we got July, August, September, October, November, and December. And now we are going into the monthly spreads. So each month is kind of set up generally the same. So I've got the month here with the calendar. And then I highlight every day that I read. So if there's a day that's not marked, that means I didn't read that day. And they're all color-coded for each book. So then that's where these come in. And then something that I started doing last month, I think, in May, is I mark how many days out of the days that are in the month that I've read. So in January, I read 20 out of the 31 days. And I do that for each of the months. And then I had a blank space here, so I added another like sticker where it says, reading gives us someplace to go when we have to stay where we are. And I really loved that. So then from here, it goes on to the actual books that I read, which obviously I just started reading again in January. So I only read 3 books this month. Again, I had a blank space. I put another sticker here with just some colorful books, which just so happens to pretty much match the color scheme of the book that I did read. And I also took over where the colors that I used to color code transport over to the actual books that I read over here. So I start out with title, author, rating, when I started reading it, when I ended it, like when I finished it, and then I give a little like thoughts on what I thought of the book. And I do that for each of the books. And then from February on, it gets a little bit more tight in like close quarters because there's a lot more books that I've read or things to be said, whatever. So this is pretty spaced out. So it gets a little bit more chaotic looking starting in February. Well, this is still normal, but you'll see as we go on. So I'm just going to do a quick little flip through here of the rest of the months. So again, color coded with the key or whatever you want to call it right there. 19 out of 29 days for February. The thoughts with all the information. And then I had to continue over because I can only fit 4 books on a 2-page spread. So then continuing over, I had to add a 5th book here where my marked page starts. So that's why I was saying it gets a little like close. You know, I typically would use this page for all of this, but I had to kind of condense it because I had to put another book up here. So for March, again, these are the March books. They're, you see what I'm saying. So I read 27 out of the 31 days. I read a lot in March. I probably read the most in March than I have out of any other month so far, and that still stands to this day. Plus, the books that I read in March were just really good. I think March was just a really good reading month for me. And again, it kind of I don't know what word I'm trying to say, but it's transporting is not the right word. I'm just not sure which word I'm trying to use. I don't know. I really don't. But again, 5th book from March, and then the April books start here to go over to April. I read 25 out of the 30 for April. Very colorful. Again, I try to theme the color highlighter that I used to the cover of the book. So I used pink for The Do-Over, blue for Forever Never. And then this is when I actually started like not using this page for the next month. So I did this is the 5th book that I read in April, and then I put another like stack of books sticker here. So then for May, I kind of scrunched it all down here at the bottom. I kind of moved the month up, moved the calendar up, and then scrunched the books that I read down below. So I guess like the color coding key. I read only 19 out of 31 days for May because like I said before, if you have been keeping up with my book videos, May was just a really hard month for me reading wise. I was so busy going to Disney and all of that, so I did not do a whole lot of reading in May, but I did what I could. A lot of them were the little short story books, so those were really simple and easy to get out of the way. This one I never ended up putting my thoughts down for it, and at this point I don't know that I'm going to because it's been a while since I read this. I mean, I remember what it's about, but I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe someday it'll bother me enough that I'll want to. But for right now, there's no thoughts written down for that one. And then on to June, which, like I said, right now is the current month that I'm in filming this. But when you're seeing this, it will be July. So, actually, I'm going to go ahead and write in the number of days that I've read. So, let's see. There's 3 days that I did not read. So, 27 out of 30. Which I always like to check back to make sure that I'm writing it the same. So 27 out of, okay. 27 out of 30 days. There we go. So then this is pretty much all done now, because I did read a little bit this morning, so that counts. And then on to the books here. It was actually gone because, okay, yeah, I read the last two of the little short story series. That's why it brought me over. So whenever I finish this book and write my thoughts, I'll probably add another sticker here, which actually is in luck because I have these two that I'm trying to figure out where I want to put them. So maybe I'll put one here at the end of this spread. So then the next page is going to be for July. Oh, and this is perfect because I can set it up like I used to with the color coding on one side and the months and stuff on the other, calendar on the other side. Yes. Okay. So that's what we're going to end this with, is setting that up, which won't take too long. So I'm going to put the months up here and the calendar here. And then as I start reading books, then the color coding will appear, the key on this side. But for right now, we're going to just put the stickers in. Oh yeah, I got to go grab the paper that I use so I can show you what it is. So we got July in there. Sometimes you can find a little break like that, and other times you have to actually peel from the corner. And then sometimes you got little pieces left over. We're gonna go right there. And this paper seems like to peel up easy enough. So like if you put it in the wrong spot and you need to readjust, it seems to lift back up pretty easily and stick back down. So then the next thing that I will do is write in the numbers. So the first is a Monday and it ends with the 31st on a Wednesday. So there's going to be an extra column, and I usually leave an extra column at the bottom. So we'll start with the first on Monday up top here. And I always like to go back and check too. I always forget if I write it on the left or the right. So I write it on the left. So then I'm just going to go through and number. Oh, and I just messed that up. I will go back and fix that in just a second. I can fix that. Sometimes that happens, especially when you're trying to rush. But I feel like I'm messing up again, but I don't think I am. Okay. 15, 20, 2. I always like to leave, like I said, the last one blank rather than the first one. I'm not really sure why, but I just do. And I probably could just cut that off if I really wanted it to be actually perfect, but I don't know. Something about having the extra space, I don't know, just I like it. Can you hand me the white out really quick? Yeah, that's out in the living room. My sister's gonna grab me the white out so I can fix that. And then honestly, that's all I really do, because I don't add the how many days I read until the end of the month, and then the color coding key doesn't get added until I start reading the books. Cause I put them in the order that I read them, and I don't know what order I'm gonna read them in. So thank you. We're gonna go ahead and just wipe over that, and we're gonna put the correct number there, and I'm good as new. And that's pretty much it for that. So then once I do start reading, I'll start putting the spreads here, and I don't know how many pages I'll end up using. And then I think we counted enough space here for the rest of the months, and then I started up the TBR again. Like I told you, I continued it at the end. So again, more highlighted ones, and as of right now, I only did a 2-page spread here and ends at 200. However, I am going to need to make another page at least for right now. Just start with one more page. So, and I have them numbered, but also that number doesn't correspond with what I actually have on my Goodreads TBR, because obviously I've read some of them, so that number will be going down as this number continues to go up. Which I don't love that they don't match up, but I can't completely delete the ones that I read off of the list like I can on Goodreads. So this says 200, but I don't have 200 books on my TBR. That's where we're at. So some of them, as you can see, I don't have the page numbers just yet. You know what though? This one, Good Girl, Bad Blood, I have that book. And I can tell you what the page number is. So I like to look in the actual book itself, because a lot of the time when I'm looking online for the page number, it gives me a number and it's not the actual, because it includes like every single page that's in the book. And I usually cut it off right before it goes to the acknowledgement. So 397. And I can guarantee you, especially Goodreads, like they'll probably tell me this book's well over 400 pages, because the acknowledgement was page 399. Like, I don't count that. 401. So it might tell me there's 401 pages. So it's close, but it's not the exact number that I'm looking for. And that's as far as it goes. I mean, the rest of this is all blank. Whether I'll use that, I'll continue on into 2025 or not, I'm not entirely sure yet. We're not there yet. But yeah, that is my reading journal. I mean, that was a long video. And I really didn't even ramble, so that's good for me. There's just a lot to go through. That was a lot to go through. I guess maybe I did ramble like a teeny bit on certain things, and I did do some work in here that I could have done off camera, but it is what it is. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed taking a look inside my reading journal, how I set things up, how I do things. It took a lot of work. 1, getting this set up. 2, coming up with the inspiration for it, which there is no actual like inspiration. What I did was I just did a lot of research on Google, on Pinterest, on YouTube, watching other reading journal videos, like on what I wanted to include, what I wanted it to look like, all of that sorts of things. So yeah, it took me quite a while though to get this all set up and put together. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. If you made it this long, you're awesome. Thank you so much. And I hope that you guys are somewhat enjoying these book videos, because there's going to be more to come. Kind of just where I'm at right now is I'm in my book era. So thank you guys again for sticking along, and I hope you enjoyed. So see you guys in the next one. Have a magical day. Bye guys.